Hello everyone, welcome to the Flutist Programmer, where code and music meet creativity. And today I'm going to show you how can you build a landing page. So if you want to promote your business or you want to attract clients, this is the right application for you. If you like the video and you want to see more tutorials like this, don't forget that you can help me by hitting the like button, subscribe, and share with your family and friends. Also, if you have any questions, don't forget that you can make a post on the comment section and I will be more than happy to assist you. Before we dive into the coding session, I'm going to give you a light demo of how the app looks like, so in this way you know what you are going to be building with me today. Let's go to the monitor. The app that we are going to build today is a landing page. I'm going to show you how the page is structured. First, we have here the name of the company. In this case, I decided that it's going to be Astro Launch. Nothing is special about the name, just randomly. And then we have here in this case four navigation options. The first one is features, pricing, contact, and then the sign up, which is a button. So if I go to features, this will be going to this section here that says build for speed and scale, and here we have a tab. Well, we have a card that has different tabs, as you see here. On each tab we have a different content. Then if I go to pricing, we have here 3 boxes that, as you see, if I hover to each of them, we have like a smooth transition. This one is scaling and this one is moving to the top. So but all of them are using transitions and also some box shadow. If I go to the section of contacts, you see here that we have a form that is wrapped on a card. We are asking for the inputs of name, email, message, and then the button of send message. And here at the top, which is the hero section, as you see, we have some animation here when we are hovering about over these 2 boxes here, and then we have here some text, paragraph, 2 buttons. Also, another thing that I need to tell you is that if we go to the mobile resolution, let me see, just click on inspect here, and we go to mobile, you see that is also responsive. So we are going to be covering also responsiveness on this application, so in this way you get more familiar with media queries. We have worked with media queries before on other videos, but in this one also we are going to be emphasizing more about what is this topic. So let's jump right now to the coding session. We are going to start by creating the folder where we are going to be working on our today projects. So the project in this case is always on the desktop location for me, and the name that I decided today is landing page. Then we are going to be opening the browser and the code editor of our choice. As always, I always use Visual Studio Code and also the Chrome browser. We also use the Live Server extension. But first, we need to create the necessary files that we need. First, we are going to create index.html. Then styles.css, and then JavaScript, well, script.js. Good. This tutorial, as I have been doing before, is going to be divided in 3 videos. So first, on this one, we are going to be covering everything related to HTML. Then on the second one, we are going to do everything related with CSS. And the last one is going to be, in this case, JavaScript. So let's start with the index.html. We are going to be using the exclamation mark and then tap on emmet abbreviation to generate the dub type structure. Good. I'm going to expand this to have more space. And also I'm going to make a right click on the index.html and click on the option of open with live server to get the changes on real time here. Good. So the first thing that I want to do is change the title of the page. So I'm going to put Astro Launch launch your vision. Good. Then I want to reference to the styles.css, so I'm going to opening a link with the style sheet, and the href is going to be styles.css because we are on the root location. The next thing I want to do is import a font that we have been using before on other videos. In this case, it's going to be the Poppins font. So all you need to do is go to another tab, in this case, and type Poppins. Let's put Google Fonts. Just click on the first link in this case. And then here we are going to click on the option of Get Font. And then get embedded code. And what we are going to do here is copy this code that we have here. So in this way we are going to be downloading. But first, one thing that I want to I want to get rid of the Roboto because it's, I don't know, by some reason selecting here and we don't want it. We just want the Poppins. So let's just get rid of this one and just click again on Get Embed Code. And now, good. Now it's working. So we are going to copy this, and then we are just going to copy here. We are going to copy after the reference of the style sheet. Excellent. So now the next thing that we need to do, let's go back to the tab of our projects. We are going to start with a header inside of the body. Good. For the header, inside of the header, we want to set a div. The div is going to have a class of logo. Then for the content, I want to say Astro Launch. If you see that I'm getting a lot of matches, is because I'm using GitHub Copilot. I'm using this to speed up the lesson, but of course I always like to explain all the steps that I'm doing. Then here I want to use an app because we are going to have different options. Inside of the nav we are going to have an A tag with an href. The first one is going to be features. We are going to copy and paste this another 3 times. So let's do Command B and then Command C and Command B. Good. The second one is going to be pricing. Third one, contact. And the last one is not going to reference to anything because it's just going to be the sign up button. So let's put here sign up. And for the other, the contents will be the same as the href. So let's put features, pricing, and contact. Excellent. Yeah. Once we are done with this, we are going to be opening another tag next to the header that is going to be the main. That is going to be everything. All the sections are going to be grabbed on the main. So this first one's here. We are going to open a section, and this section is going to have the class of hero section. So let's put here class of hero section. Good. Then I want a div with the class of hero content. Inside of here I want an h1, and this h1 is going to have a class of hero title. We are going to put here launch your vision. It's the same that we put at the top on the title. Good. And then I want a BR here for in space. We are going to put a period, and then I want a BR. Good. And after this, let's put faster than light and another period. Good. After this, I want to use a p tag because we are going to be setting a paragraph. And here for the paragraph, I want to have a class of hero hyphen subtitle. I'm just going to copy the text because I don't want to take that much time redacting the text because doesn't have any importance. Then after this, I want to create another div next to the P. Let's put here another div. And the div is going to have a class of CTA group. Okay. Inside of here, we are going to have 2 buttons. So let's put the first one with a class of CTA main, CTA hyphen main. And let's put here start free trial I'm going to use a rocket icon that I have here. You can get all these icons from Emojipedia. So as you know, you can use type emojipedia.com, and for example, if I look here for a rocket, let's put here rocket, and you can just see that it's the same icon that I'm using here. You can just copy and then just paste it on the template. So it's up to you the icons that you want to use, or even if you don't want to use the icons, that's fine. Then let's go to the second button. Let's go back to the tab of our projects. Good. And this one is going to have a class of CTA secondary, and this is going to have a content that says watch demo. Good. So after this, we are done with the hero content. So we are going to be opening another div next to it, and this one is going to have the class of hero visual. Inside of this hero visual, I want to create a div that is going to have the class of mockup car, and the ID is going to be the same too, mockup car. But this one, since we are going to have two cars, we are going to reference the car 1 and car 2 because we can have two elements with the same ID. The class can be repeated, but the ID is unique. So inside of this div, we are going to have an h3. This h3 is going to have a content of focus feature 1, and then it's going to have a p tag that says simplified deployment process. Good. So next to this, we are going to create another mockup car. So let's open another div here with the class of mockup car. Okay, and then the ID is going to be mockup car 2, and let's put here an h3. Let's put here an h3. The h3 is going to have focus feature 2, and then on the p tag we are going to put streamline collaboration tools. Yeah, why not? I'm getting all these suggestions by Copilot. It's very handy when you are trying to do something really quick and you want to be I would say specific with the solution that you want. So after this, we are done with the section of hero visual, and we are also done with the hero section. After this, we are going to proceed to create another section. This section is going to have the ID of features. So let's put here ID of features. Good. Then I want a class of feature section. Good. Then inside of this section, we are going to have an h2. This h2 is going to say build for speed and scale. Good. Then I want a div with a class of tabs container. Inside of this div, I want to create another one that is going to have the class of tab buttons. Inside of these tab buttons, as the class suggests, we are going to have different buttons. So the first one is going to have the class of active because it will be the first one. Then we are going to have a property that is called data tab, and this is a way for referencing between the tabs, since they are going to look similar, but we need to have a different identifier per each one of them. So this one is going to have the name of deployment on the data tab property, and also I want to put the deployment on the content. So let's put here deployment. Good. So after this, I want to create another one that is going to be for analytics. So let's go here, let's put an enter and create another one, and this one is going to have yeah, this one is not going to have a class because it won't be active on the beginning, but we are using also the data tab, and the data tab is going to be, in this case, analytics. Let's put the same on the content, analytics. And then for the last button, we are going to have a data tab of support, and I also want support on the content, but let's put here 24/7, so this way the clients know that we are working, we have taking any break. 27 support, excellent. Okay, so now that we are done with the tab buttons, we need to create then the tab content. So let's put here another div with the class of tab content. We are going to have a content per each tab, so we need to difference all of them. So inside of here, the tab content, we are going to create another div for the first tab. The ID is going to be deployment. As you see, we are using the same names that we assign for the data tabs because each data tab property is going to be associated with an ID. So here, the first ID is going to be deployment. So that means that this will be the content of the deployment tab. And here I want to have the class of tab hyphen pane and then active, because this will be the first tab that we are going to see when the page is loading. Inside of here, we are going to use an h3. The h3 is going to say one click deployment. And then we are also going to have a p tag. I'm just going to copy and paste the content that I have for the p tag. It's not a big deal. Good. After this, we are done with the first tab that is for the deployment. Then we need to create another div that is going to be for the second tab. This one is going to have the data tab or the ID of analytics to reference to the second tab. Good. And then the class is going to be only tab pane. Inside of here, we are going to have also an h3. It's going to say deep die analytics, for example, and then another p tag. Just going to copy and paste the content of the p tag. Nothing fancy or important here. And then the last tab that we are missing is the support. So let's open another div here. The ID is going to be support. And also we want to set the class of tab pane. So yeah, let's put here the class of tab pane. And we also want the same structure when we want an h3 that is going to say dedicated support team, and then another p tag. Just going to copy and paste bunch of text here. So yeah, doesn't have any technical, so that's why I'm copy and pasting all the text related, because yeah, it's not that important. Okay, so after this we are done with this section, and then we are going to go to the next one that is going to be the proof section. Okay, yeah, I'm just checking that everything is closing as expected. Oh yeah, I saw something here. So I created this tab here, and it's supposed to be inside of this tab content. That's why it wasn't adding up. So yeah, this one here, as you see, the last one, the tab of support, I'm just going to cut here I'm just going to paste it. Just going to paste it inside of the tab content because this is the third tab, so it needs to be inside of there. And now, yeah, and now is working as expected. Okay, so yeah, I hope that you don't get confused with that. The only thing that I just did, let me just show you again, is the last tab was outside of the div of the tab content. I didn't realize of it. So basically I just cut here and put it inside of here because we want all the tabs to be inside of the div of the tab content. Okay, so now let's just continue with the next section this one is going to be for the social proof. So it's like the testimonial section. So let's open here another section. This one is going to have the class of proof section, and the ID is going to be social proof. Good. Then inside of here we want an H2. This H2 is going to say trusted by innovators worldwide. And next to this H2 we want a div. This div is going to have a class of testimonial grid, and then inside of here we are going to be using several cards. So the first one, let's open a div here. The class is going to be testimonial card. Testimonial, let me just replace grid with card. And inside of this div of card we are going to use a p tag. Let's copy the text. Good. Then next to it I want to set another div that is going to have the class of author. For the inside of author we are going to be using two span tags. So the first one is going to have the class of name, and here let's put yeah, Young Doe. It's like I would say a person that doesn't exist. Yeah, an AI person. And then a second span that is going to have the class of title. Good. And here let's put, I don't know, CTO of, yeah, TechCorp. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, once we get done with the first testimonial card, we are going to be doing the same for other two cards. So what I'm just going to do here to make this section a little bit quicker is just copy and paste. Yeah, because it's quite the same. We are going to change maybe a little bit the text, but yeah, it should be the same. So let's put here, I have some text here, so I'm just going to copy and paste the text. So, but as you see, the structure is the same. I'm just going to change the names and the titles. So in this way, each testimonial is different. But yeah, we could just use the same on all of three, but yeah, I just wanted to look different, so this way is more real, and we are just rehearsing for a real website. Okay, so now I'm just changing the name again and the title for the person that made the testimonial. Okay, nice. So yeah, we are done with this section of proof section. So now we are going to proceed to the pricing section. So let's create another section here. This one is going to have a class of pricing section, and I want an ID of pricing. As you see, we are assigning an ID to each section because this is the way that we have for at the time that we click on all these the links that we have at the top on the navigation. If we reference to the IDs, that's how we are going to be able to move specifically to that section. Okay, so now you are not able to see because we don't have all the styles, but once we have all the CSS and we click on all the options, you will see that we will be then moved to that specific section, and it's because we are using the IDs. Okay, so inside of the pricing section here, I'm going to use an H2. The H2 is going to say flexible plans for every stage. Basically, what we are doing here is showing different boxes or different payment methods or subscriptions for the company that we are making the landing page. Then inside of here, we are going to create another div that is going to have a class of pricing grid, because here is where we are going to be grabbing all the cars. So let's start by the first car. We are going to open a div here, and the class is going to be price car. Inside of this div, I want an H3. It's going to have the text of starter. It's the starter plan. And then I want a p tag that is going to have the class of price. And here let's put, I don't know, $19, and then another span here. Yeah, span. Okay, good. And let's put here month. So that means that it's going to be charged $19 per month. Then I want another p tag here. This one is going to have the class of this that is related to the discount. So let's put for the description. So let's put here perfect for small teams and new projects. Period. Good. Then after this, I want to create a UL. So next to the p tag here, I want to create a UL, an unordered list. And here inside of the unordered list, we are going to be using LIs for each bullet point that we want to use. I'm just going to copy and paste the bullet points because we are also using the checkmark icon from Emojipedia. Yeah, you see we have 4 LIs here. Yeah, checkmark, green checkmark, and then some text there. Yeah, nothing fancy. Next to the UL, I want to use a button. The button is going to have the class of CTA pricing secondary, and the text is going to be get started. Okay, nice. So we finished the first car. Let's jump to the middle one, the second one. Let's create another div. This one is going to have also the class of price car, because we have some styles that are going to be used across all the 3 cars. But this one is also going to have another car class that is going to be popular, because we want this one to be more remarkable than the others. Okay, so here we are going to use also the H3, and it's going to be the Pro. But as you know, we also use some discounts. So let's put here the P is going to be the class of price 2. In this case, it's going to be $59 per month. So let's open here and expand with the MO monthly. Then I'm going to copy the P and the UL. So because it's just pure text, the second one. You see, oh yeah. Let me just, yeah. Let me try again. Okay, good. So, yeah, the second one, the second P, description. Then we have here the description and the UL with the LIs. We also have 4 LIs. So, yeah, nothing fancy from there. just that in the second one, as you see, we are using the strong to be able to, in this case, I would say highlight this one more than the others. Then next to the UL, we want to use a button. So let's put here a button as we did on the first card. And here the button is going to have the class of let's see, yeah, it's going to be CTA pricing main, and let's put here star pro trial. Good. And then for the div, it's going to have a class of popular tag, and let's put here most popular. Excellent. So yeah, we got done with the second card. You see, it's this one, and we are missing the last one. The last one is going to be quite similar to the first one because it's not going to have the popular class. So I'm just going to copy and paste. It's quite the same as the first two. So that's why I don't want to take that much time from it, because yeah, it's just repetitive code. So I'm just going to copy and paste. And yeah, basically we have the div with the class of price card. Then inside of the div we're using the h3, then the 2p tags as we have been doing on the other cards, the unordered list with LIs and green check marks, and also in this case next to the UL, here we have the button, and the button is also using, in this case, the class of CTA pricing secondary. As you see, for the middle one, we are using CTA pricing main because we want the middle one to stand out more than the other two. That's why we are using another class over there. Okay. So yeah, once we are done with this, we can jump to the next section that is going to be the contact section. Okay. So let's open another section, and this one is going to have the class of contact section. Good. And then I want to have an ID that is going to be contact. Excellent. So inside of here, we are going to have an h2 that is going to say ready to launch with exclamation, get in touch. Then we are going to have a p tag next to it with the class of contact subtitle. Let's put here have I'm just going to copy and paste because it's just text here. Have questions or need a custom solution, or thing is here to help you get started. Yeah, today. So after this, we are going to be using a form because we want to supposedly, in this case, submit data. So let's put here the form. We are going to put a number sign in the action because we are not going to do anything with it. And then we want to assign a class. The class is going to be contact form. And we want, yeah, we could put the method post, but yes, we are not going to submit anything, but yeah, it's good to have it anyways. So let's do something here. Let me check. Okay, yeah, it didn't close the form. Sometimes the GitHub Copilot could be a little bit annoying. But yeah, it's working sometimes, so that's why I prefer to have it. So here inside of the form, we are going to have a div. The div is going to have a class of form group, form hyphen group, and on the div, inside of the div, we are going to use a label. The for is going to be for name, and then let's put the content of name. Good. Then I want to use the input is going to be type email. No, sorry, yeah, it's going to be type text because we are typing the name. Yeah, the ID is going to be name too. Then we are going to have the name as the name is going to be required, and we are going to use a placeholder that is going to say your name. And since I don't want autocomplete, let's put autocomplete off. Good. Then we are going to be opening another form group. So let's open another div with the class of form group. Here, inside of here we want the label of email and the input type of email. So let's do. Yeah, I'm checking here why it's not. Yeah, let's put here label for email. The content is going to be email. Then I want the input of type email with the ID of email, name email required, and the placeholder. The placeholder in this case is going to be your email, but we are going to put an example. So let's put here as the placeholder. Let's put this your.email@example.com. So in this way, the user know how the structure of an email looks like. Okay, and also I don't want autocomplete off, so that's why I'm setting it there. And the last one, we need another phone group. So we are using another div here that is going to be phone group. Then inside of here, we want to use the label. The label is going to be for message, and I want to have a content of message. Good, but in this case, we are going to be using a text area. So the text area is going to have an ID of message, a name of message is going to be required to here on the placeholder. We are going to be using tell us about your project. Excellent. And then also I want to set some rows here, and I want it to be only 5. So that means that I only want 5 rows of height for the text area. Okay. And let's put here. Let's put here. No, that's okay. Yeah, it's okay like that. Okay. So, and yeah, after this, the form group, I'm going to be using next to it, I want a button. This button is going to have the type of submit, and we want the content of send message. And also I want to set some classes here. So the class that we are going to be using is CTA -main, and then contact -submit -btn, send message. Good. And then yeah, after this we are done with the content section. After this, the only thing that we are missing is the footer. So let's open another tag here that is going to be for the footer. And for the footer, we are going to be putting a text, so nothing fancy as well here. So I'm just going to copy and paste. Basically, what we do here is opening the footer. Then inside of the p tag, we are going to be setting this that you see here, 2025 as a launch int. And the last but not least, as you know, we also need to before closing the body, we need to import the script. So let's put after the footy, after closing the main tag, we are going to be calling the script tab here, and the source is going to be script.js. Good. Okay guys, so yeah, this finished the first video of the landing page where we made all the structure of the page, in this case with HTML. On the next video we are going to be giving all these styles with CSS.